Hey loves, just a reminder today that if you have the desire for your specific person, then it means they are absolutely meant to be with you. Today's topic is going to be on desire and how that's actually going to help you live in the end and actually fulfill and see your manifestation of your specific person come in the quickest and most effortless way possible. Today is day 8 of our 14 days of love. If you are just joining us, welcome in. I suggest to absolutely go ahead and check out all of our previous videos because this is our 14 days of love leading up to Valentine's Day. And if you have been watching since day 1, absolutely thank you for coming along with me on this journey to manifest your specific person. But like I mentioned, if you currently have the desire for something, it means that thing is meant for you in your reality. Never get mistaken on this idea. Sometimes we can feel like we want something, but that internal doubt creeps in and thinks, well, is this meant for me? Can I actually have this? And I'm here to tell you that you absolutely can. You can manifest anything. You do not have any limitations when it comes to this. If you want something, if you desire something, like I mentioned, that means it's meant for you and you can absolutely have it. But now let's shift to the idea of talking about desire. So as we know, desire is going to be, as Neville Goddard would call it, that gift from God. That means that that thing is yours. But also remember, as we move into the state, as we feel into the wish fulfilled, we cannot desire something we feel as though we already have. And that is the whole point of manifestation, to feel as though you already have that thing. I know it seems confusing to say that because you have that desire, you are meant to have that thing, but then to assume the state is to lose the desire. But I'll give you an example of why this makes so much sense. So think about anything you feel is very permanent in your reality. How do you feel towards that thing? Do you have overwhelming anxiety, worry, or desire at that thing? Or do you feel very satisfied and content in the knowingness that that thing is absolutely, without a doubt, yours? So that feeling that you have towards that thing that you feel is permanent in your reality, again, it can be anything. It can be your house, your car, your shirt, your necklace, your glasses. It could be absolutely anything. We need to relate that feeling that we have towards our specific person. Many times we're able to assume the state. We get into that feeling. We imagine as if we already have it. We feel that amazingness and feel very excited and awesome in the moment, but we don't allow it to completely satisfy us. And that is why we then continue looking onto our external reality for that satisfaction or for that contentment. Like I would ask you right now, do you say that you would be more satisfied and content to see what you desire in your imagination or to see what you desire in your external reality? The natural response is going to be that you are going to feel very satisfied or content once you see that thing in your external reality. But as we talked about in a previous video, signs always follow, they never precede. We need to get into that state, into that feeling, and then we see the results. We're not going to see the results and then move into that feeling. That's the complete opposite. And again, like I mentioned in a previous video, that is conservative manifestation and keeps us exactly where we are. So we need to move into the natural state of feeling as if, again, what we desire our specific person specifically is natural to us, right? Once we get into that natural state, in the same way that we assume everything else is permanent in our reality, once we get into the natural state as we do in those other things, our specific person is going to forcibly be placed in our reality because that is the assumption that we are fully encompassing. An easy way to do this, and I was actually just discussing this on a coaching call, is to begin integrating your daily affirmations into your natural processes and the natural things you do throughout the day. Many times we make a huge separation between our affirmations, our visualizations, our journaling, and our day-to-day life. So think about it. Do you do that on a natural basis? Do you think there is a time and place for feeling in the end, which is that moment of meditation when you affirm or visualize, and separate that from your natural state of being? By doing this, we are creating more confusion internally in our subconscious because we are basically giving power to two different things. We're attempting to assume two different states at the same time. But remember, as we're doing this, you would think which one is going to win out. But as Neville Goddard say, you have to get into a natural feeling state in order to receive what you want. The natural state is going to win. So if you are affirming, you're visualizing, you are journaling, and you're really feeling it into that state, but then you lose it as soon as you move out into your external reality, that natural state is going to win. So I would absolutely suggest throughout your day, begin to integrate those thoughts. The easiest one is going to be affirmations throughout your day. You're driving to work, you're driving to school, begin to implement those thoughts and beliefs or those affirmations specifically. You're walking into a room. Assume the state of being confident and being loved. Think about everyone wants to be with you, wants to talk with you, and see how they then begin to react in that way. But like I mentioned, two states are unable to occupy the same space at the same time. And I'm going to bring back a metaphor that I utilized in a previous video specifically on this. But imagine your mind as a museum in which you can look at each pedestal of who you are in different areas of your life. So you have a pedestal related to your wealth, you have a pedestal related to your family, and you can only display one thing on that pedestal at any given time. So go in your mind and look around at all the pedestals that are actually giving life to your reality and think, what am I actually giving life to? What am I putting on a pedestal when it comes to my relationships, to my love life? If you are acting in that natural state throughout the day, that you are single, that you are unloved, that you don't get the love that you want and desire, then that's what's on the pedestal, right? But if we want to switch that, we have to take it off and replace it and put the pedestal that we desire onto it. Like at the very basics of Joseph Murphy, Neville Goddard, if you think about that's your old state. What you're putting on display is your old state, and we want to take that away. We want to die to that previous version of you and display, encompass, and truly feel as that new version that is with your specific person, that is in the perfect relationship, that is abundant, prosperous, receives all the love that you want. But another example that's going to relate this idea of doing those affirmations and then immediately acting from a different state is the idea that most people have when it comes to studying for a test, right? Think about a time in school, maybe this has been you, maybe not, in which you studied really, really hard to take an examination, right? The whole night before, the whole week before, you're probably opening your book, looking into it, really, really trying to learn everything. And then when it came to the test, you drew a blank. You couldn't remember anything, right? All the anxiety, all the worry, the time it was meant to be the state of someone who is smart and intelligent and can get that A on that test, we basically lose or fall out of the state because previously we are not encompassing someone who is intelligent, someone who is smart, someone who gets straight A's. We are trying to basically put on a mask in that time being while we're studying to try to assume the state. But again, the natural process is going to win over every single time. So if you feel like you're wearing a mask during visualizations, during affirmations, during meditations, I want you to become that mask. I want you to make it truly a part of your identity, of your life. So if that mask is being in that perfect relationship, if that's what we're trying to encompass, if that's what we're trying to do, become that thing. Truly live, feel, and act from that state. Don't separate the feeling of those affirmations from the feeling of your everyday life. As you begin to incorporate those, and again, the easiest way is just in your natural day-to-day processes, assume or think from that end. Just at the very minimum, do your affirmations, and you are going to see massive, massive progress where you may have been feeling stagnant before, right? If you feel like you are this way and you're attempting to change it, that is going to be this desire that we want to change, which again means that it is that gift from your higher self, from God, to say you deserve this thing. But if we don't incorporate that into a natural state of being, that desire is always going to feel like something we're waiting for, something we're striving for, rather than something that we are at this current moment, because you are with your specific person at this very moment. You have never been ever closer to them in your entire life, in your entire mindset. You are with them right now. They are with you. They love you. They want to be with you, and there could never be any other way. But let me know if you had any questions or comments on this. Leave it in the comments section below. If you guys wanted to reach out to me, send me a personal message on my website. Head over to kyleaugustcoaching.com. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe so we can continue working together on this 14 Days of Love and that you don't miss a single video. We've already been getting quite a bit of results from just these 14 days. It's only day 8, and we're already seeing people getting results and manifesting their specific person. But that is all I got for you guys today. I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow.